Hey buddy, welcome to Monday. Today is June 16th, 2025, and I'm Michelle with YesMichelle Crochets. Please allow me first to say welcome and hello to my returning viewers, my returning subscribers, and my returning lurkers, and a very special welcome and hello to my new viewers, my new subscribers, and my new lurkers. I appreciate having each and every one of you here with me today. I thank you for your time. Now, for those of you who don't know, I have a bit of a routine to my videos. I like to start out with a quote of the day. I think it sets the tone for the video. I know it sets the tone for my day. From there, we'll discuss what's in my cup. We'll have a few quick announcements. I'll have a very important conversation with a very special friend, and then I will move into the topic of the day. Now, once I'm done talking, I'm going to give you a screen card. That screen card is going to detail for you what you'll see me crocheting in the next part of the video. And please, let me be clear with you. If you don't choose to crochet or that's just not your jam, no reason to run away, because speaking of jams, I've got a really good selection of played music that will accompany my crochet. So stay and enjoy the music. Meanwhile, you can work on what you like. Maybe you knit, maybe you draw, maybe it's diamond art. It could be that you need to work on some of those text messages or emails that have piled up over the weekend and you need to get it handled on. And maybe, possibly, you just need a moment to relax. Allow me to be your company as you do just that. Now, of course, when I'm done crocheting, I'm going to give you another screen card. That screen card is going to detail the quote of the day for you again. And then I'm going to celebrate the members of my channel and give you an end screen. That end screen is busy but functional. It is going to remind you, if you haven't already done so, to please hit like. And of course, check your subscription by hitting subscribe or making sure that it's intact and that the bell is tickled. It likes that, and I do too. I also have embedded in that statement, please share this video. You see, I am really questing towards a new milestone, and I could use your help reaching that. So if you would please share this video with someone, giving them the opportunity to get to meet me. I'd love to meet them. They're a friend of yours, so let's make them a friend of mine as well. And then, of course, the end screen is either going to give you a video recommendation or a playlist that either I or YouTube thinks you're going to enjoy. And with all of that said, let's get started with the quote of the day. Today's quote says, "High achievement always takes place in the framework of high expectation." Said by Charles Kettering. And I thought about that for a while this morning, especially when I looked back on the things that I've accomplished. I honestly achieved many of the things in the beginning because I had no other choice but to make it happen, because there was no other way it was going to get done. Now, my focus is a little bit different. I'm learning in my 50s, and yeah, I learned it a little before, but not much, that by setting the expectation for myself of how I'm going to be the face forward of how people engage, interact, and relate with one another in certain circumstances, it also makes me elevate to that level. I can't tell everyone to be kind and then turn around and be nasty. That just doesn't work. It's disingenuous. It's also very inauthentic, and it's very much not me. If I tell you that I love you, I mean it. Not, oh, I love you, it's a platitude, go away. No, I legitimately love you. just because I can, because it's easy, and because I'd rather love you and help you than harm you and hate you. I'm not going to waste my energy. I'm not going to waste my time. I'm simply going to love you. Some people, yes, I love them at a distance, but I love everyone all the same. Now, that's my quote of the day for you to ponder. And if you would please, let me know in the comments your thoughts about today's quote. Now, of course, let's talk about what's in my cup. She is Coffee Talk, and it says, it's a good day to crochet. I will be taking my cup's advice, but first I'll be taking a sip. Because yes, the coffee is delicious. I got a little more of the Cafe du Monde over last week. Not this weekend, but last week I got a can, and I love it. I love it. I love my Cafe Bustelo, but I love Cafe du Monde. It's delicious. It's a full-bodied coffee, and at this hour of the morning, I need it. Of course, I added in a little bit of my fake sugar, some creamer, and a hint of vanilla. And yes, today we had a splash of cinnamon. It was necessary. It's going to be a great week. But it's a hard week for me, and I'm still trying to practice self-care. So that's what's in our cup today. Now, on to announcements. My announcements today are as they are most every day. Happy birthday or happy anniversary if today is your special day. I sincerely appreciate having you here with me on your special day because it makes me feel pretty special too. I want to say a very, very special happy birthday to my Aunt Ruthie. I love you. I'm glad you're here. I know we haven't talked, but we will today. And yes, I know that you're leaving tomorrow. So that means we're going to get together tonight. That just is what it is. Get ready. We'll do the things. And a very gentle and loving happy birthday to my friend Julia. Julia knows that she's deeply embedded in my heart today and every day, but especially today as she deals with some personal circumstances and she could use extra love and support around her. I'm sending that to her. Now, I also want to say, hey there to my best buds, and greetings and salutations to the royal court. And if you're wondering who this royal court is and who are those best buds, those are the members of my channel. I don't say that lightly because I love them especially. They are the people who pour into the channel financially, giving me the opportunity to take off some of the things on my plate related to the expenses of having a YouTube channel. And yes, there is an expense, especially when for your upper tier members you offer Zooms, you have Epidemic Sound, the music that you hear on the second part of my videos, or any other system or resource, whether it's the Canva Pro. I'm working on some other things behind the scenes, and what they are, well, just know this. There's a price tag on them. And having a membership opportunity for my supporters is really important to me. So, if you're not already a member, but you're interested in helping the channel, I would love to have you join. Simply click the pinned comment just below this video and follow the steps and prompts of becoming a member of my channel. Now, of course, if this is a premiere, and I am not making a promise that it will be, but if it is, then by all means, that pinned comment in the chat, that's about membership. So please, do what needs to be done. I'd love to have you. Thank you in advance. Now, I also want to send a very special hug and hey there to my friend Marianne. Marianne has one more week of coaching with me, and she's probably watching this video to get some ideas on how to structure her videos. I'm not going to share any more detail about it, but once she's up and running, you can bet you're going to hear from me as I share with you what she's talking about and ask you to support her and her channel over there. That is another point I want to share with you. I just dropped, well, it'll go live at 6 a.m. my time, another playlist for Audio Accessories, which is my music channel. Audio Accessories now has a playlist of bossa nova music. So, and of course, while I have a few moments this morning, if I get the chance, I am going to start working on the meditation video that I have planned for this week for that channel as well. So your girl is busy. I am trying to keep my head on the swivel and my hands and my mind busy so I don't dwell on sad things. But before I go any further with that statement, I want to take a moment and have a very important conversation with a very special friend. This special friend is someone who may not be having the best of times right now and really needs a little extra love, support, and encouragement. And to our special friend, hey there, how are you today? I hope the answer is okay, though I know that it may not be. I just want things to get better for you. And I think you want that too. With that said, some of the simple steps you can take to improve things is eat. You need to eat your food. You need to drink water. And you need to take your meds on time and as they're prescribed. Those 3 steps, simple though they may be, are the pillars to how you get through or get over what you're going through. There is another factor that you need to consider, and this one, ironically, is the one that could be the hardest and the easiest at the exact same time. Have real conversations with real people in your life, be it a friend or a family member, maybe a neighbor, maybe a trusted person of faith, whomever you feel you can be that vulnerable with. And of course, I'm fully aware there are some of you who don't have anyone in your life that you trust that way. This might be the perfect time for you to reach out to a doctor or a medical professional for some help and support. You see, it's always okay to say I'm not okay today. So, I am going to remind you of some things I tell you every day, but you need to hear me. I love you. I'm proud of you. You deserve happiness. You deserve kindness. And that starts with you being kind to you. Now, and just for now, I want you to sit back. I'm going to continue the video, but I want you to think about what I've said and make an action plan to get those things done. So, I'm sending you a hug. I love you. Now hang out. And guys, thank you for being patient with me while I have that very important conversation. As you probably know, as much as that conversation is for others, it's also for me to remind me to do what I need to do to take care of myself, but also that I'm loved. I deserve kindness, and I need to be good to me. So there is that. Now, today is Motivation Makes Monday, and I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not that motivated today. I've done my gratitude journal. It doesn't mean I wasn't grateful. It does mean today it was hard. And that has a lot to do with what I went through over the weekend and what's coming up for me this week. I'm not going into detail, but it gives me the topic of the day. Today's topic is how I handle my grief with grace. I try, at least. Let me be clear on the outset of this. I try not to bring negativity, things that would cause others to feel depressed or overly emotional toward me. I carry myself in such a way that my private life is pretty private, especially the not so glamorous aspects of my life. I don't hide the fact that I am the mom of a child who was born still, that at double nickels, both of my parents are deceased, and that I am the adult survivor of childhood abuse. So that can sound strange to say both of my parents are deceased. People immediately want to react with my sympathies. And there's a part of me, though I'm appreciative of that sympathy, who says, and I'm breathing. In some ways, for the first time, I'm breathing. So, when I shared that with you, it feels very heavy. It feels very, very weighted. And part of me instinctually wants to stop talking. But that has been part of the problem all my life. I wasn't allowed, as much as I talked, I wasn't allowed to talk about the things I really did need to talk about. My emotions, my mental health situation, the fact that I was masking behaviors and feelings and reactions to things because I wasn't given the safety and space to feel how I felt. I knew that the wrong look, the wrong word, the wrong tone could result in physical or mental damage to me. So I packed it in and I shut it down and I put it away. Well, those things show up later in different ways, whether it is a lack of self-awareness or the presentation that I make when I come into a room, the bad behaviors and negative modeling that I did because it was what I was shown and taught in my formative years. It also, in the very early stages, colored how I parented. And I did not like what I was doing, so I invested the time to get help. I want to say to you that the reason that I can smile while my heart hurts and is healing, I do so because I know that I care about my audience enough to not burden you with what I'm going through. I always say, find someone you can talk with in your real life. And as much as I love each and every one of you so personally, we don't have that level of a relationship, most likely. So I'm probably not going to share with you when I'm going through something so weighted and heavy that it could very simply take me under. So instead, I pull myself up a little bit, sit a little higher. I smile, though it may be a soft smile. It's a smile because in this regard, I think about I love you enough not to dump on you what I'm going through because I know something that you don't. I'm going to get through it. And I'm going to do it well. I'm determined to do it well. If the day is too much or it's too heavy, I'm not going to film a video. It's the reason I went from making videos 5 days a week and going live on the 6th day to having 3 days a week for filming and 2 different days where I do lives. One of those days is the same day I film on. I structured my schedule to give me the space and the grace to work on my inner healing, to give me room to breathe. And yeah, in a way, to delve into other aspects of who I am as a person and enjoy those parts of me. There, for me, is nothing worse than having this passion for something and no time to enjoy it. It's like getting a brand new bike and wanting to go outside and ride it in the sun, and you live in an area where it rains all day, every day. So, for me, I choose, rather than bring my grief to the front of my channel, to allow you to know that I am indeed going through something, but to remain quiet about it. I'm not trying to shield you from my reality. I'm just trying to make sure that I'm okay, because most of us come to YouTube to either learn, to laugh, or to listen. I'm here to learn. I'm definitely here to laugh. Occasionally, I'm here to listen. But I protect my mental health at all costs. And I don't go to places where everything is gloom, doom, and negative. I also don't go to places where people dry beg. So, there's that. And if you don't know what dry begging is, you got homework now to look it up. But with all of that said, that's our video. I've been talking for more than 21 minutes. Honey, I've heard enough of me this morning before 6 o'clock to start a war. So let's have no war. Instead, let's have some music and some crochet time. I want to remind you, you need to eat. You need to drink that water. You definitely need to be good to you today. And I'm going to remind you, if meds are appropriate, please take your medicine. Be good to you today. Have some fun today. Now, I'm going to take my face away. You're only going to get my hands and that really good music. So don't go anywhere. But for now, and just for now, remember, I won't see you tomorrow. But we'll get together for double duty on Wednesday. Until then, take care. But don't go anywhere.